like my children are the first generation in my entire family since the signing of the treaties, pretty much, that hasn't had residential schools in her life or in their lives. This is where the residential school in Lebret used to be. It went by the Quappel Indian Residential School. In later years, it was known as White Calf Collegiate. Right here is where the actual building would have been. The last remnant of that school is the gym behind us, which is pretty much intact. Yeah, I attended high school here and I graduated from this residential school back in 1990. So it's been 30 years since I've been to this site. It's really emotional to be here, to be at this place where I spent a great deal of my time as a teenager and just attending school and living here. I wanted to tell the story of the final chapter of residential schools because a lot of people don't realize that residential schools operated, or this particular school operated until 1998. It'll probably surprise a lot of people that my experience here is different in that I have a connection to this place that's not negative. I found a lot of positives here. I developed a lot of positive relationships, lifelong friendships. That's not the story my parents had. But I think our story is equally important, and I think it's time that people knew that for a very brief moment in the history of residential schools, when Indigenous people had an opportunity to have an input in it, they were able to switch it around and create a positive outcome for students like myself. It was designed to assimilate us and to take away our identity. And what actually happened is that I'm still here. I'm a graduate of this school, and my language is still alive. My culture is still alive. We took it and we made it ours and flipped it and made it into a positive. There was a lot of conflict, internal conflict, and I really debated a really long time, right up until I finished the project, on whether or not I should be telling this story, because I didn't want to take away from all those survivors who went through the terrible parts of residential school. But but I think it's important that we tell this story of what of the positive side, because it really highlights our resilience as Indigenous people.